we get started, we'll give all praise out of glory too.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash.
Give honor to the apostle of the great millstone who will well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preaches truth sincerely across the four corners of the earth. And this is a quick little impromptu. I got the brother Napash with me, Shalom, and the brother Shamat,
Shalom.
and we're from the camp GMS Cleveland, and we just go start off with the Luke 12:49. Because I was thinking about this on the news, basically another building that caught on fire in Pittsburgh. Somebody eventually set another factory on fire. Hey, but that's what you been going. That's what you've been having going on since this year started. This past year you got all these different buildings catching on fire, all these little trail derailment, and so on and so forth. Trucks spilling and shit. But all of these things is prophecies in the scriptures, man. Signs to let us know that we're at the end and that this kingdom is about to fall. Man. That's why your mind, your heart shouldn't be attached to nothing in this kingdom, man. No matter what it is, man, because it's all about to get destroyed, man. I'm about to get started real quick. This is the book of First Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 31. It says, "And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away." Right, all these things is coming to an end. All of these things you see now is going to pass away, man. So your heart, your mind should not be into none of these things, man. Your focus is supposed to be on Yahweh Shah. That's why I was saying Colossians 3:2, say not don't set your affections on things above on earth, but things above. What I'm paraphrasing, because America is about to be destroyed, man. If you caught up in the ways of America, you're going to get destroyed with America, man. Got that, Luke?
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 49.
This is 441.
I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?
Right. The Lord said He's coming to send fire on the earth. So what? How much more if it's already fire on the earth? If the fire is already kindled, man. Different buildings and there's all types of things catching on fire. Not just in America, but just around the world, man. You had different factories in Italy and different other countries catching on fire, man. But the Lord said He's about to set fire on the earth, man. Somebody get Isaiah 65, Isaiah 66 and 15. Right, the Lord said how much more how much more He's gonna bring if it's already rekindled, man. The Lord's about to come back and destroy America, man. You got that Isaiah 66.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 15.
So like, read the next verse of Luke. Matter of fact, hold on, Luke. You get to Isaiah 66, 15.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold,
louder than that.
It says, "Behold, the Lord." For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and His chariots like a whirlwind, to render His anger with fury and His rebuke with flames of fire.
Right, so the Lord said He's about to come back with fire, and with His chariots like a whirlwind. The Lord's about to burn this place up. What it said in 2 Peter 3:10, it said the element shall melt with fervent heat, man. So if all these things will get destroyed, your brand new car, your brand new house, well, whatever the Lord gives you is going to get destroyed. What's the point of having your heart attached to it, man? If the Lord is going to take it away from you, He said He's going to take it away from you right there in that verse, man. He said He's about to come and with His chariots like a whirlwind. He's coming to set fire, and with His chariots like a whirlwind, to destroy the wicked, to destroy this wicked ass kingdom, man. Keep going.
They that sanctified themselves and purified themselves in the gardens behind one tree, and mint in the midst.
You skipped the verse 16.
This book Isaiah chapter 66 verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Right, by his fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. So that's how America is going to get destroyed. By fire, you know, by the Lord's sword, man. Hey, by the nuclear missiles, man. You know, by the fire from the chariots. This place is about to burn up. But hey, before this place burn up, this place is already on fire. Shit already catching on fire. So when the Lord brings his judgment, that's just gonna add fuel to the fire, man. You know? This place is gonna go out with overkill, man. You know? And first and foremost talk about Babylon the Great, but different other places gonna get hit with missiles too. You know, but America, Babylon the Great is gonna get completely destroyed. Now go back to the Luke 12:49. Start at 49 again.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?
All right, keep going.
But I have baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished?
Keep going.
Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you nay, but rather division.
Right. So there we go, man. The Lord said He's not coming back to send peace on earth. He's coming to send division. You know, that's why everybody is against one another. Hey, the scripture said, "The love of many shall wax cold." You know, the Lord is coming to bring division amongst the 2/3 and the 1/3, man. You know, that sifter, man. You know, the Lord is sift in the house of Israel, man. Because hey, the Lord is about to do great judgment on this place, man. And only ones who go avoid this and get saved from what's about to take place is the Lord's elect, the 1/3, 144,000. You know, hey, everybody else gonna die, man. If you're not a part of the elect, if you're in America, you're going to die. You know, grievously, man. You're gonna die in the fire, man. You know, because ultimately the Lord ain't choose you, man. But hey, you niggas don't want to get right anyway, man. The Apostle Sahar, he was doing a lesson yesterday. Oh, you know, niggas, you know, these ninjas out here, man. You know, he was just doing a lesson on these ninjas, man. You know, because two-thirds consist of majority of the nation of Israel, including the niggas that you related to, man. You know, the Lord is only going to preserve His elect, and the Lord's elect is not going to care about this place or worry about this place burning up. Because He said they love not their lives into death, but these niggas, man, they want this place to continue. You know, they want to continue making their federal notes and get their foreign cars and their mansions and whatever they could desire this kingdom, because they want consolation, man. Our consolation is going to come from the kingdom of heaven, man. So y'all got a precept or something?
I'm gonna finish on this Isaiah chapter 66 verse 16. For by fire and by a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
God, that was it on that.
You know, and the slain of the Lord is gonna be a lot of people that's gonna die. You know, for not hearkening and listening to the Lord. You know, the Lord been having His prophets on the streets for over 30 years, and you know it's you know, I mean, at the end of the day, the amount of men who hearken, you know, to these scriptures is the amount that the Lord wanted it to be. But at the end of the day, you know, for everybody who just walk by, want to be bystanders rather than just listening and hearkening to the words of the Lord when the warning was there, you know, it's gonna be a lot of death, because there was a lot. It's been a lot of people that have been being marked over the years. You know, but that's it on that.
I got one. This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, All right. They say enter into the straight gate because the wide one, the one that's easy to get through, that's the one that's leading to destruction. That's the one when you gonna look up, you're gonna say miss one, ain't gonna be nothing for you to do. Right? It say and many there be which go in there eat. They're at, right? Because there's gonna be many there. And we know the Lord, now I'm saying he in this time period he's dealing with a remnant. He's dealing with the elect. So the many, 2/3, you can even go into the heathens because many, it's gonna be a lot. But verse 14 it say, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. That's that remnant. And guess what? A narrow place to get through is hard to squeeze through. You just barely fit. Like the scriptures say, the elect shall be scarcely saved. It's a narrow walkway, one by one. It's not going. You can't be able to hold hands with nobody. You'll be able to lock arms and come on, we can get through this. No, you gotta get through it yourself. This is the power of Yahweh Bahashum Yahweh Shah. You gotta have that confidence in the Lord that He with you. Because in that day, right, like the brother was saying, when these people getting killed, guess what they gonna be calling on? It's fucking all type of many guys. I ain't gonna say their name. They're gonna be calling on many all type of guys. And when they see the people who've been serving the Lord for decades, years, even months, to people that just gonna be freshly, renewed in the faith, they're gonna want to switch over. But what the Lord gonna say? Go and call on the guys you've been calling on.
God, this is the book of Philippians, chapter 2, and verse 12, and it says wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And like the brother was saying, it's gonna, we're gonna have to, really test out. I mean, we already being tested, every day. Brothers catching hell all the time, man. And not just no light hell, what I mean, that you can just brush off. And, the Lord will really stretch you to your limits to see how, how much you can take in this thing, man. It's not easy. But in doing that, we every single last one of us, going through that, and but we gotta continue in that and working out our own salvation. You can't, call on the name of the Lord that another brother have faith. You're gonna have faith that, like the brother was saying, like that the Lord is your power. To a certain extent, you're gonna have to, to a certain extent, have faith that you amongst the elect, and hope. But for the most part, everybody gonna have to work out their own salvation with fear and trembling, and that's another reason why it's gonna be so many people dying, because don't nobody know how to do that. That wasn't given to everybody, to work out their own salvation with fear and trembling. People, they work out their own salvation, through fleshly manners. When they say work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, it's not talking about the fear of the world. It's talking about the fear of Yahweh Shemi Shah. It says, for it is Yahweh Shemi Shah which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. And that's pretty much on that.
Come on, man. So yeah, we about to get the glory, man. And I think we already got victory. You already, so it's just a matter of time for it to play out in the flesh, man. So Lord, what this was edifying, with that we close out with all praise on the glory too.
Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua Ba'Hashem Rakakodash.
The honest positive enemies of the millstone, goodwill, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom, the God, the Lord.
Shalom.
Let's do a part 2 because I had 2 more scriptures I wanted to bring out. No, I'm just fucking with you. Did my own lesson. Looking at me like, you can do a part 2.
Gosh, you would do it. Shit. Fuck that. Do a 30-minute video and redo it over.
What did you call the lesson?
Impromptu.
Send it to me. So how do you repost stuff on your YouTube? I don't know.
It's so you click on the 3 dots. Don't you know when it's a video? You click on the 3 dots and it'll say like create a post or something, or post it, share a post or something. What was it? Oh, oh yeah, redo a video. 30-minute video redoing it. That's that my shit.
Oh yeah. So we about to close. You know what? I ain't like this video. So
What?
What? Close out.
40 minutes, let's go some. Salakia. We gotta start all over. Oh, hell no.
Hey, Bakar, can I see how much in the savings? Uncle Sure.
I'm about to say, hey, when Elder Tasman saying bitch, you listen to Cleveland, he said that for them, they was like, shit. Yo, shit. 10 video, I don't know what you talking. He asked, like, do y'all ever, like, do a 40-minute video and restart it? So they got quiet, so they was like, say, like, shit.
At the same time?
No, Elder Tasman said shit, say, bitch, he was just looking like,
So that's 4 videos right there.